Hello and welcome back to Things Aaron's Learned. This is a channel where I impart to you knowledge of the things that I have learned in order for you to live a more productive and fulfilling life and hopefully learn a thing or two with me. These are the things that I wish people had told me or taught me when I was starting a new, I'll call it adventure or venture. And in today's episode, we are going to talk how to create a website from scratch in 2 days. I'm your host, Aaron Anderson, learning enthusiast, co-founder of Wanna Great, real estate agent, solution designer, father of a beagle, fiance, and a bunch of other things as well. Let's go on a little journey today, and we're going to figure out how to build a website in 2 days. Step number one, do some research, watch YouTube videos, Google, find the different website providers. There's a number of them out there. I decided to go with Wix to create the website, and I used Google to buy the domain, which is actually being now rolled under Squarespace. Yeah, so I bought my domain on Google. I'm a Google Suite kind of guy, but I use Wix to create it. So step number one, do some research. There's different reasons why you should use different ones. I had a friend recommend Wix and said it was pretty quick to learn and very dynamic. So that's what I used. Let's share my screen and we're going to go through some of the steps that I used to get this done. So starting with my website, let's take a look at it. So when you first log in, you'll see Wanna Great Your Tools, staying one step ahead in the contingent workforce. I talk about our mission and I have some graphics that float in talking about some of the challenges that people face, time consuming, stressful management, and costly mistakes when building a one integration, some of our experience, as well as an early adoption program that we started and links to our social accounts. So this website has a number of sub pages as well, and I'm going to go through some of those and show you how it works. When you're first getting started, you're going to be placed on this page where you're going to create a new site. You'll notice that I started to play around with a little different ones. These are the free ones, and then I bought a premium one. But when I got started, I just selected a template and played around with it and tried to build something and got confused and duplicated it and tried again. So block off about 2 or 3 hours of time to just get in here, distraction free, and just start building. We'll edit the main site that we have right now. And on the left-hand side, we have our navigation menu. I can quickly see the different site sessions for the last however amount of time, our domains. It'll help you set things up really quickly. So it'll have like a little training guide that you can go through. We also have our blog that I've been updating, but we're going to go to a website and we're going to edit the site. That's going to take us to this page that I already edited where we can start to build pretty much the building blocks of this tool. I started with a template and some of the free designs that are in here, as well as some of the graphics. So I didn't need to create everything from scratch. And essentially how this is organized at the base of it is by pages. So each one of these different sections are a different page. And so we're on the home page now. We have contact by now, different solutions and services. And within each page, they're made up of sections. And so there's a number of beautiful templates that you can choose from. I went through and found the ones that I really liked, and you can go to different of the more common pieces. So about us, etc., etc. So this is what I use to kind of drag and drop the sections that I wanted into my tool. One thing that I found really useful was on the About Us page, specifically the team page. It essentially had a pre-built template where I can just update things about the team. So here's your co-founders, myself and Marcelo, and you'll notice there's a little icon where I can manage the content on this. So if I need to make a quick tweak on our description or the long description, I can jump into here and just continue to type in the text that I want to put in here or format it, what have you. Pretty much Excel, Google Sheets style, add my information, and then it's going to appear in the page itself. So really easy for me to kind of just throw content in here, and here's how it looks right here. So that's something useful that I did. When you're navigating your pages, definitely play around with how they're organized. I would say step number 2 is just create a first draft. Create as much as you can until you feel like you cannot contribute anything else, and I'll lead to step number 3. So step 2 is play around. So research. Step 2, play around. Step 3, walk away. This is actually really important. Some of the most brilliant ideas that I've ever had are from walking away, from getting out from behind my computer, going to sleep, going for a walk, just doing anything else. And what's going to happen is your brain's going to start creating more ideas and thinking about new different ways of things you want to do. And so step 3 is just walk away. But while your brain starts to come up with these ideas and different content, write them down. I like to send emails to myself or use a notes app to just create a bunch of to-dos so that when I have that spark of motivation that comes the next day or the day after, I can quickly come in and just follow along with what my brain already figured out and make that come to life. Step 4 is to clean it up. That means get another set of eyes. So send it to your grandma or your aunt or your mom or your sister or your brother or a friend, a colleague, anyone, and get them to give you real feedback, to give you constructive criticism. Have them look for anything from spelling mistakes to giving you input that like the color scheme isn't working. Really ask them to rip it apart and tell you the things that they don't like about it, because you're not going to be able to see all of it. You're going to be too deep and ingrained in what's going on. So step 4, get feedback and then clean it up. Within Wix, something I like a lot is being able to edit it from a mobile perspective as well. So same thing, I can go to a particular page. Let's go back to the home page here, and I made a number of changes. Like I would want to drag this one up, or I can remove a section here completely. Let's see if we can drag this one up a little bit. Yep. And essentially add or remove content on a page based on what's most relevant. So most of your visitors, probably a lot of them, are going to be on mobile. So don't worry about designing the mobile first. Design the desktop version and then go through and clean up on the mobile side and go through each one of those. This logo that we have, I actually created that in Canva, and I'll show you a video on how I created it in Canva soon, but that's pretty much it. So go have fun with building, tap into other people, and once you publish it, post it online, share it with your friends and family. I love to look at the analytics and see how many people have visited and where they visited from and what they clicked and what pages they spent a lot of time on. So use that insight to either build out more pages or tweak or tailor the pages. Updating your website is a never-ending project. Don't get discouraged. Just block out time, maybe once a month or even once a quarter, to spend a day to go back in, to take everything that you learned from the past quarter and the different changes and vision that you're going in with your website, and be able to go back and make tweaks, updates, or reshuffle it. So that is how you create a website in 2 days. Always a pleasure sharing things that I have learned. Thanks for listening in. If you haven't already, you can check me out on Instagram, LinkedIn, all the places. I'd love for you to subscribe. I'm just getting started and I have lots of knowledge that I'll be dropping to you soon. So hit that subscribe button. It feels cringy to say, but I'd love for you guys to subscribe and listen to more about things Aaron learned. This is your host, Aaron Anderson, learning enthusiast. Until next time.